The moment you woke up this morning, you stepped into a day filled with possibilities. This isn't just another ordinary day. It's a day filled with favor, with opportunity, with divine connections that are aligning just for you. You may not see it yet, but something powerful is happening behind the scenes. Too often we shrink back thinking we're not good enough, not talented enough. But I came to remind you today, you are more than enough. You have everything you need to succeed, everything you need to rise higher, everything you need to walk into the life you've been dreaming of. You weren't created to live in fear, doubt, or insecurity. No, you were created to walk in confidence. Confidence isn't arrogance, it's assurance. It's knowing deep down that what's meant for you will come to you. It's standing tall, even when circumstances try to tell you otherwise. You may be facing challenges. You may have been waiting for a breakthrough, a promotion, a healing, a new opportunity. But let me tell you, don't you dare give up now. Don't let the delay convince you that it's denied. Your time is coming. The dreams in your heart were placed there for a reason. And if you stay in faith, you will see them come to pass. Some of you have been playing it safe, holding back because of past disappointments. But it's time to start believing again. It's time to step out in faith, to declare, I am confident, I am equipped, I am favored, and I will get everything meant for me. Doors that were closed will open. Opportunities that seemed impossible will become possible. People will come into your life to help you get to where you need to be. But it starts with you believing it. It starts with you walking like it's already yours. So today, shake off the doubt, silence the fear, and step into your destiny with confidence. Because when you believe, when you walk in faith, when you refuse to let insecurity hold you back, everything you've been praying for, everything you've been waiting for will come looking for you. Keep the faith, keep your confidence high, and watch how your life begins to change. There's something powerful about the way you carry yourself. It's not just about your skills or talents. It's about how you present them to the world, the way you enter a room, the way you hold your head high, the way you speak with certainty. These things send a message before you ever say a word. People don't just respond to what you do, they respond to the energy you bring. When you show up with certainty and assurance, doors begin to open. Think about a moment in your life when you felt truly sure of yourself. Maybe it was before an important interview, a big presentation, or a life-changing conversation. Something inside of you knew you were ready. It wasn't just about what you had prepared. It was about the belief you had in yourself. And when you stepped into that moment with confidence, everything seemed to flow. The right words came to you. People responded positively. Situations worked in your favor. That's not a coincidence. When you believe in yourself, the world starts to believe in you too. Now, on the other hand, consider times when you've doubted yourself. You had the ability, but because you questioned whether you were good enough, you hesitated, you held back, you second-guessed. And what happened? Opportunities that could have been yours slipped away. People sensed uncertainty, and as a result, they didn't put their trust in you. Not because you weren't capable, but because you didn't show up with a conviction that you could handle it. This is why it's so important to carry yourself with a sense of assurance. When you do, you attract opportunities that align with the energy you bring. Imagine two people walking into a room. One walks in with their shoulders back, making eye contact, engaging with others, while the other walks in looking down, unsure, hesitant to speak up. Who do you think people are more likely to notice? Who do you think they'll trust with an opportunity? It's not always the most talented person who gets ahead. It's the one who believes in themselves enough to step forward boldly. There are countless stories of individuals who were overlooked, underestimated, or doubted by others, but they refused to doubt themselves. They weren't necessarily the most qualified, the most experienced, or the most gifted, but they carried themselves as if they belonged in the room. And because of that, doors opened for them. People wanted to work with them. They earned the respect of those around them. Think about athletes before a big game. They don't just prepare physically, they prepare mentally. They walk onto the field as if victory is already theirs. Not because they are arrogant, but because they understand that the mindset they bring determines how they perform. If they walk onto the field with doubt, they've already lost before the game even starts. But when they step onto that field with confidence, their chances of success multiply. The same is true for every area of life. Whether you're stepping into a new job, starting a business, pursuing a dream, or even navigating relationships, the way you present yourself shapes the way people respond to you. When you carry yourself with certainty, people assume you know what you're doing, even if you're still figuring things out. They are drawn to that energy. They want to be around it. They want to trust you, invest in you, and support you. But here's the key. This isn't about faking it or pretending to be someone you're not. This is about recognizing that you already have what it takes. It's about walking with the understanding that you are just as deserving of success, just as worthy of opportunity, and just as capable as anyone else. It's about choosing to show up as the best version of yourself, even when circumstances try to tell you otherwise. There may be times when you don't feel like the strongest, the smartest, or the most experienced person in the room. That's okay. What matters is that you refuse to let that stop you from stepping forward. Even if you have to push past fear, even if you have to remind yourself daily, I am enough, do it. Because when you choose to believe in yourself, when you carry yourself with certainty, you create an atmosphere where success is drawn to you. People often wait until they feel ready before they take action. They think, once I gain more experience, once I achieve a certain level, then I'll believe in myself. But the truth is, the belief has to come first. When you step forward with assurance, even before you see the results, that's when things start to shift. That's when people take notice. That's when opportunities appear. You don't have to wait until everything is perfect to start walking in confidence. You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to decide that you are worthy, that you are capable, and that you belong in the spaces you're stepping into. And when you do, everything around you will begin to align with that belief. So today, make the choice to carry yourself like the person you're becoming. Step into rooms like you belong there. Speak like your words have power. Move like you expect great things to happen. Because when you do, the right doors will open, the right people will notice, and the opportunities you've been waiting for will come your way. The way you express yourself has a direct impact on the direction of your life. What comes out of your mouth isn't just casual conversation. It's a reflection of what's happening inside of you. It shapes your mindset, your attitude, and ultimately the path you walk. Whether you realize it or not, every word you speak is planting seeds for your future. There's a reason why successful people are intentional about what they say. They don't waste their words on negativity, doubt, or defeat. Instead, they focus on words that build, words that encourage, words that push them toward the life they want to create. They understand that what they declare has power, and they use that power to their advantage. Imagine two individuals with the same dream. One constantly talks about how difficult it is, how the odds are stacked against them, how they'll probably never make it. The other speaks about their vision with excitement, talks about the opportunities ahead, and expresses gratitude for what's coming. Even if they start from the same place, their outcomes will be completely different. Why? Because one is setting themselves up for failure with their own words, while the other is setting the stage for success. This isn't just about being positive, it's about alignment. When your words match what you desire, you begin to move in the direction of those desires. The things you say create a mental picture, and your mind starts working to bring that picture to life. If you consistently talk about your goals, your dreams, and your expectations with confidence, you will naturally start taking actions that align with those words. But if your words are filled with doubt, hesitation, and limitations, you'll unconsciously create roadblocks for yourself. Think about the moments when you've been excited about something, a new opportunity, a big event, a personal goal. The more you talked about it, the more real it became. The more real it became, the more motivated you felt to pursue it. Your words fueled your passion, and that passion pushed you forward. That's the power of speaking what you want to see. Now consider the opposite. Have you ever talked yourself out of something before you even started? Maybe you told yourself, I'll never be able to do this, or things like this don't work out for me. And because you believed it, you didn't even try, or you gave up at the first sign of difficulty. The truth is, the moment you say it, you give it power. That's why it's so important to be mindful of what you allow to come out of your mouth. People who achieve great things don't just stumble into success. They speak about it long before it happens. They declare victory before they see it. They affirm their abilities before anyone else does. They understand that their words are creating their reality, and they refuse to speak in a way that contradicts what they want. It's easy to fall into the habit of speaking based on what you see right now. If things are tough, it's tempting to talk about how difficult everything is. If you're struggling, it's natural to voice frustration. But if you want to move forward, you have to speak beyond your current situation. You have to use your words to point yourself in the direction you want to go, not keep yourself stuck where you are. Even in the face of challenges, you can choose words that empower you. Instead of saying, I don't think I'll ever get there, you can say, I'm on my way. Instead of saying, this is impossible, you can say, I'm finding a way. Instead of saying, I'm not good enough, you can say, I'm growing, I'm learning, and I'm improving every day. It's not about ignoring reality. It's about shaping your reality with the words you choose to use. There have been so many stories of people who spoke about their dreams long before they came true. They talked about their success when there was no evidence of it. They called themselves what they wanted to become before anyone else saw it in them. And because they kept speaking it, they stayed focused, they took action, and eventually they stepped into the very thing they had been declaring. If you want to see things shift in your life, start paying attention to the way you speak. Catch yourself when you say things that don't align with where you want to go. If you notice yourself talking about doubt, replace it with certainty. If you hear yourself complaining about what's not working, start talking about what's possible. If you catch yourself speaking small, start speaking bigger. The words you consistently use will shape the way you think, and the way you think will shape the way you live. Some people wonder why they keep facing the same struggles over and over. They think it's just bad luck or that life is against them. But if you listen to what they say on a daily basis, you'll often hear a pattern. They constantly talk about what's wrong, about what's missing, about what's not working. And as they keep speaking those things, they keep experiencing them. On the other hand, people who rise above challenges have a different way of speaking. Even when things aren't perfect, they speak in a way that propels them forward. They say things like, this is temporary, I'm coming out of this better, I know something good is on the way. And because they refuse to let their words pull them down, they keep moving up. It's not enough to just think about what you want. You have to voice it. You have to put it into words. Say it with conviction and refuse to let anything contradict it. The more you speak it, the more it becomes a part of you. And the more it becomes a part of you, the more you'll start seeing it take shape in your life. So today, make a decision to be intentional with the words you use. Speak as if everything you desire is already happening. Talk about your goals like they're within reach. Declare your success before you see it, because when your words align with your vision, your life will begin to align with it too. The journey toward achieving anything significant in life begins long before you see the results. It starts in your thoughts, in the quiet moments when no one is watching, in the way you choose to perceive yourself and your future. Many people wait for external confirmation before they truly believe in something. They want to see progress, signs, or proof before they allow themselves to fully embrace the possibility of success. But that's not how real breakthroughs happen. The first step is to develop an unshakable conviction within yourself. A deep-rooted certainty that what you desire is already on its way. Imagine a farmer planting seeds in the ground. He doesn't wait until he sees the sprouts before he believes there will be a harvest. The moment he plants the seeds, he already knows the outcome. He waters the soil, nurtures the land, and prepares for the day when the crops will break through. He doesn't dig up the soil every day in doubt, wondering if something is happening beneath the surface. He trusts the process. He knows that in time, the seeds will produce what he has envisioned. Life works in the same way. The things you hope for, the dreams you carry, the goals you are working toward, none of them will come to fruition if you only believe when you see progress. You have to develop an internal assurance that what you are working toward is already set in motion. This isn't wishful thinking or blind optimism. It's a powerful mindset shift that allows you to stay committed even when circumstances don't yet reflect what you desire. One of the biggest obstacles people face in pursuing their goals is the tendency to become discouraged when they don't see immediate results. They start strong, full of enthusiasm and determination, but when things don't happen as quickly as they'd like, doubt creeps in. They begin to question whether it's really possible, whether they have what it takes, or whether they're even on the right path. And for many, that doubt causes them to give up too soon. But those who achieve great things understand something crucial. Visible progress is always preceded by unseen preparation. The most successful people in any field didn't wait for proof before they believed in themselves. They carried themselves as if their dreams were already reality, even when no one else saw it. They spoke, acted, and moved forward with confidence, not because they had external validation, but because they had an internal knowing. Think about an artist creating a masterpiece. Before a single stroke of paint touches the canvas, they already have the final image in their mind. They don't question whether the painting will come together. They know it will. With every brush stroke, they bring that vision to life. The same principle applies to your life. You have to see the finished picture in your mind before it becomes real. You have to carry yourself as if the outcome is already set, as if the pieces are already falling into place. One of the most inspiring examples of this mindset is found in athletes. A champion doesn't wait until they hold the trophy to see themselves as a winner. Long before the competition, they train with the mindset of someone who has already succeeded. They push through challenges, setbacks, and failures, not because they have guarantees, but because they refuse to see any other outcome. That unwavering belief fuels their actions, sharpens their focus, and strengthens their resilience. This same principle applies to every area of life. If you're working toward a promotion, you have to carry yourself with the confidence of someone who already holds that position. If you're building a business, you have to make decisions with the mindset of someone who already sees it thriving. If you're pursuing a dream, you have to step into each day as if success is inevitable. When you do this, you start aligning your actions, your attitude, and your energy with the outcome you want. Some people hesitate to adopt this mindset because they fear disappointment. They think, what if I believe in something and it doesn't happen? But the real question is, what if you don't believe and that's the very thing holding you back? Without conviction, effort is inconsistent. Without belief, motivation fades. Without an internal assurance, it's too easy to let challenges push you off course. Those who accomplish great things don't operate based on what they see in the moment. They operate based on what they know deep down is possible. Even when circumstances look unfavorable, they remain steadfast. Even when others doubt them, they keep moving forward. Even when obstacles arise, they don't let setbacks shake their confidence. They understand that just because something isn't visible yet doesn't mean it isn't real. The process is unfolding, the pieces are aligning, and at the right time, everything will come together. There is a powerful shift that happens when you start living from a place of unwavering conviction. Opportunities begin to present themselves that weren't there before. The right people come into your life. You start recognizing possibilities you never noticed before. It's not that these things suddenly appeared. It's that your mindset changed and you became open to receiving what was always meant for you. This is why it's so important to stay focused even in the face of challenges. The path may not always be clear, and there may be moments when it feels like nothing is happening. But just like the farmer who trusts the process of growth, you have to trust that your efforts are not in vain. You have to remind yourself that every step you take, every action you commit to, every bit of faith you hold on to is contributing to the bigger picture. Success isn't just about external effort. It's about internal alignment. You have to decide deep down that what you want is already on its way. You have to remove doubt, push past fear, and refuse to let circumstances shake your belief. Because when you carry yourself as if it's already done, when you walk with the assurance that everything is working in your favor, you set yourself up for exactly the outcome you desire. So as you move forward, don't wait for external proof before you start believing. Speak, think, and act like what you desire is already unfolding. Trust the process, stay committed, and know that the moment you fully embrace this mindset, you'll start seeing the results manifest in your life. The way you carry yourself has a direct impact on the way the world responds to you. Your posture, your expression, your energy, these things speak before you ever say a word. People can sense when someone is sure of themselves, when they walk with purpose, when they believe in where they're going. And just as people pick up on that confidence, they also pick up on doubt, hesitation, and insecurity. Imagine walking into a room full of people you don't know. Before you even introduce yourself, your body language, your facial expression, and the way you move tell a story. If you walk in with your shoulders slouched, your eyes down, and your energy withdrawn, it signals uncertainty. But if you walk in with your head held high, making eye contact, with a presence that fills the space, it tells a completely different story. The way you present yourself influences how people see you, how they interact with you, and even how they perceive your capabilities. This principle applies in every aspect of life. Whether you're in a job interview, leading a project, or simply having a conversation, your presence has power. When you project confidence, people are more likely to trust you, to respect you, and to take you seriously. Not because of any specific words you say, but because confidence itself is magnetic. It draws people in, it commands attention, and it creates a sense of certainty that others naturally respond to. Many people underestimate just how much their body language affects their success. They think confidence is purely internal, something that happens in the mind. But the reality is, confidence is both an internal and external force. How you stand, how you carry yourself, and how you engage with others all play a role in reinforcing your belief in yourself. Think about a time when you felt truly powerful, when you knew you were prepared, capable, and ready for whatever was ahead. How did you stand? How did you move? How did you speak? Now, think about a time when you felt unsure, unprepared, or doubtful. The difference in your posture, expression, and energy was probably significant. The good news is, even if you don't feel fully confident in a moment, you can shift your state by changing your physicality. Studies have shown that adjusting your posture can actually change your mindset. Standing tall, opening your chest, and holding your head high triggers a psychological shift, making you feel more self-assured. It sends signals to your brain that you are in control, that you belong, that you are exactly where you need to be. Athletes use this principle all the time. Before a big game or competition, they don't walk around looking nervous and defeated. They stand strong. They move with intention. They carry themselves like winners before the game even begins. They understand that the way they hold themselves directly affects their performance. The same is true in everyday life. When you carry yourself like someone who is capable, prepared, and worthy of success, you naturally step into that role. One of the best ways to practice this is to start being mindful of how you present yourself in different situations. When you're talking to someone, are you looking them in the eye or are you looking down? When you're walking into a room, do you step in with presence or do you try to shrink into the background? When you're speaking about something important, do you project your voice with certainty or do you hesitate and trail off? These small details add up, and they have a big impact on how people respond to you. It's not about pretending to be something you're not. It's about stepping fully into who you already are. Many times people hold themselves back because they're waiting to feel confident before they act confident. But the truth is, action creates confidence. The more you carry yourself with self-assurance, the more you reinforce that belief within yourself. It becomes a cycle. Confidence fuels action, and action strengthens confidence. Think about successful leaders, entrepreneurs, and innovators. They don't walk around unsure of themselves. Even when they don't have all the answers, they carry themselves with conviction. They don't let uncertainty dictate their presence. Instead, they own the space they're in, they project confidence, and they create a sense of certainty that inspires those around them. You don't have to be the loudest person in the room to exude confidence. It's not about arrogance or trying to prove something to others. True confidence is quiet yet powerful. It's the way you hold yourself, the way you speak with clarity, the way you stand firm in what you believe. It's the unwavering sense that you are enough, that you belong, and that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. Over time, this presence becomes second nature. What once felt like a conscious effort becomes a natural part of how you move through life. And as you develop this ability, you'll notice a shift, not just in how others respond to you, but in how you feel about yourself. You'll walk into opportunities with a different energy. You'll navigate challenges with greater ease. You'll see doors open that once seemed out of reach, simply because you carry yourself like someone who deserves to be there. So take a moment to assess how you present yourself each day. Stand a little taller, make eye contact, speak with confidence, move with purpose. The way you carry yourself is shaping your reality more than you realize. And when you choose to step into your power, the world will respond accordingly. Life is filled with challenges, setbacks, and moments of uncertainty. Everyone, no matter how successful, encounters obstacles along the way. However, what sets apart those who reach their goals from those who fall short is not the absence of difficulties, but rather the way they handle them. The ability to push forward despite difficulties, to keep going when things don't seem to be working, is what ultimately determines success. Imagine someone training for a marathon. They don't wake up one day and suddenly run 26 miles effortlessly. It takes months of practice, sore muscles, exhaustion, and days when their body feels like giving up. But despite all of that, they continue. Why? Because they understand that discomfort is part of the process. They don't interpret exhaustion as a sign to quit. They see it as evidence that they are getting stronger. In the same way, when pursuing any goal in life, there will be moments when you feel like stopping. Maybe things aren't progressing as quickly as you expected. Maybe you're facing rejection or criticism. Maybe circumstances seem to be against you. But none of those things have the power to stop you unless you let them. The people who accomplish great things are not the ones who had the easiest path. They are the ones who refuse to let difficulties define their future. One of the biggest mistakes people make when facing challenges is assuming that struggle means they are on the wrong path. They think, if this were meant for me, it wouldn't be this hard. But difficulty doesn't mean you should quit. It means you're growing. Resistance builds strength. A muscle doesn't grow without resistance. A tree doesn't develop deep roots without storms, and a person doesn't reach their highest potential without being tested. History is filled with stories of people who pushed forward despite obstacles. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Walt Disney was told he lacked creativity. Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first job in television. These individuals didn't allow setbacks to dictate their future. They understood that rejection, failure, and challenges are not indicators of failure, but stepping stones to success. When faced with a setback, you have a choice. You can see it as a roadblock or a detour. A roadblock stops you in your tracks, making you believe that you can't go any further. A detour, however, simply redirects your path. It may take longer, but you're still moving forward. The most successful people don't see challenges as roadblocks. They see them as detours that ultimately lead them to where they are meant to be. Think about a time when something didn't go as planned in your life. Maybe you didn't get the job you wanted, a relationship ended, or an opportunity slipped through your fingers. In the moment, it may have felt like a major disappointment, but looking back, you can often see that what felt like a loss was actually a redirection toward something better. Life has a way of working out in ways we don't always understand at first. The key is to not let temporary obstacles make you lose sight of your ultimate destination. Every challenge is an opportunity for growth. When you face difficulties, instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is this teaching me? Maybe a delay is teaching you patience. Maybe a failure is teaching you resilience. Maybe rejection is teaching you to refine your skills and try again. If you look at every challenge as a lesson rather than a limitation, you will always find a way to move forward. Another important mindset shift is learning to see progress even when it's not visible. Just because you don't see immediate results doesn't mean progress isn't happening. A seed planted in the ground doesn't sprout overnight. The roots are growing beneath the surface long before anything is visible. In the same way, your efforts are not wasted. The work you're putting in, the challenges you're overcoming, the skills you're developing, they are all adding up, even if you can't see it yet. It's easy to get discouraged when results don't come as quickly as you want. But quitting too soon is like digging up a seed before it has a chance to grow. The process takes time. You have to trust that as long as you keep moving forward, keep learning, and keep improving, you will eventually see the results of your persistence. One of the most effective ways to keep going during tough times is to remind yourself why you started in the first place. What is driving you? What is the bigger purpose behind your goals? When the journey gets difficult, reconnecting with your deeper why can reignite your motivation. It reminds you that what you're working toward is worth the effort. And that temporary discomfort is a small price to pay for long-term success. Another key to pushing forward is surrounding yourself with people who encourage and uplift you. The people you spend the most time with influence your mindset. If you're around those who constantly complain, doubt, and focus on limitations, it becomes easy to adopt the same mindset. But when you surround yourself with people who are determined, positive, and focused on solutions, their energy fuels your own perseverance. No one achieves success in isolation. Even the most independent, self-driven people benefit from having a strong support system. A mentor, a friend, a community. These are the people who remind you of your potential when you start to doubt yourself. They help you see possibilities when challenges arise. They push you to keep going when you feel like stopping. At the end of the day, the ability to keep moving forward is what separates those who succeed from those who don't. It's not about having an easy path, and it's not about never facing difficulties. It's about refusing to let obstacles define your outcome. It's about trusting that every challenge is part of the journey and that perseverance will always lead to progress. So no matter what you're facing right now, don't let it convince you to stop. Keep pushing forward. Keep believing in yourself. Keep taking steps even when they feel small, because as long as you don't give up, you are still in the game. And as long as you are in the game, success is still within your reach. In life, the way you think and what you expect plays a significant role in shaping your reality. Your thoughts are powerful. They influence your emotions, your actions, and ultimately your results. When you wake up in the morning with a mindset of expectation, believing that good things are coming your way, you set yourself up to recognize and seize opportunities. On the other hand, if you start your day expecting difficulties, anticipating failure, or assuming things won't work out, that negative mindset can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Think about it this way. Your mind is like a magnet. Whatever you consistently focus on, you tend to attract more of into your life. If you dwell on lack, disappointment, and frustration, those negative patterns will repeat. But if you train your mind to focus on growth, success, and new possibilities, you begin to see those things manifest in your reality. This isn't just positive thinking. It's a principle that has been proven time and time again. Successful people understand this. They don't waste energy focusing on what's wrong or what they lack. Instead, they direct their attention to what is possible, to solutions, to the opportunities that exist, even in difficult circumstances. They understand that challenges are temporary, but their belief in their future must remain strong. One of the biggest mistakes people make is allowing past failures to dictate their expectations for the future. Just because something didn't work out before doesn't mean it won't work out this time. Every setback, every closed door, every disappointment was simply preparing you for something greater. The key is not to carry old disappointments into new opportunities. If you expect failure, you will hesitate, hold back, and miss chances that could have led to success. But if you step into each new opportunity with confidence, knowing that past failures were just lessons, you position yourself for something greater. It's important to guard your mind against negativity. Many people have trained themselves to expect the worst because they think it protects them from disappointment. They assume that if they don't get their hopes up, they won't be hurt. But in reality, living in a state of low expectations only limits your potential. It causes you to settle for less, to play it safe, and to avoid taking risks that could lead to breakthroughs. Instead of expecting things not to work out, start expecting success. Start expecting doors to open, expecting to meet the right people, expecting to be in the right place at the right time. When you shift your mindset in this way, you move through life differently. You become more aware of opportunities. You take action with confidence. You show up ready instead of defeated. Athletes use this principle all the time. Before a big game, they don't go in expecting to lose. Even if they are up against tough competition, they visualize themselves winning, making the right moves, and achieving victory. They understand that if they let doubt take over, it will weaken their performance. In the same way, you must go into every challenge believing you have what it takes to succeed. One of the best ways to cultivate strong expectations is by controlling your inner dialogue. Pay attention to the thoughts that run through your mind daily. Are you constantly thinking about what could go wrong, how things might fail, or why you're not good enough? If so, you need to take control and shift your focus. Start affirming yourself. Speak positive words over your life. Remind yourself of your strengths, your progress, and your ability to overcome challenges. What you say to yourself matters. Words are powerful. And the more you speak confidence, success, and possibility over your life, the more those things will manifest. Stop saying, I never get opportunities, and start saying, the right opportunities are coming my way. Stop saying, I'm not good enough, and start saying, I am capable, prepared, and ready. These shifts in language create shifts in mindset. And when your mindset changes, your results change. Surrounding yourself with the right influences is another critical factor. If you spend time with people who are always negative, always complaining, and always doubting, it will affect you. You might not realize it at first, but their words, their attitudes, and their beliefs can begin to shape your own. If you hear constant talk about how difficult life is, how nothing ever works out, and how the world is against them, it plants seeds of doubt in your own mind. That's why it's so important to be intentional about your environment. Spend time with people who inspire you, who uplift you, and who push you to aim higher. Read books, listen to messages, and engage in content that strengthens your belief in yourself. What you feed your mind determines what grows inside of you. If you want to have strong expectations, you need to nourish your mind with the right information and influences. Another important habit is to celebrate small wins along the way. Sometimes people get discouraged because they are only looking at the big picture and feel like they have so far to go. But success is built on small victories. Every step forward, no matter how small, is proof that you are making progress. When you take time to acknowledge those moments, it reinforces your belief that you are on the right track. Finally, understand that expectation requires patience. Just because you believe in something doesn't mean it will happen overnight. There will be moments when things don't go as planned, when delays happen, and when circumstances seem to contradict your expectations. But this is the key moment where most people give up. They stop believing, stop expecting, and let discouragement take over. Don't make that mistake. Stay committed to your vision. Keep your expectations strong, even when you don't see immediate results. Think of a farmer who plants seeds. He doesn't go back the next day and dig them up, wondering why nothing has grown yet. He knows that growth happens beneath the surface before it becomes visible. He trusts the process. In the same way, your expectations are seeds. The results may not show up immediately, but that doesn't mean they aren't developing. Keep believing, keep working, and keep expecting. When you maintain strong expectations, you carry yourself differently. You enter situations with confidence. You attract opportunities. You become someone that others want to support, invest in, and uplift. And most importantly, you create a future that aligns with the vision you hold in your mind. So start expecting the best. Expect favor. Expect growth. Expect success. Walk into every situation knowing that good things are ahead, that what you've been working toward is unfolding, and that everything you need is already making its way to you. Life responds to the way you think, believe, and act. Confidence is not just a feeling, it is a force that shapes your reality. When you carry yourself with certainty, when you refuse to back down in the face of obstacles, and when you maintain strong expectations for your future, you position yourself for success. Every challenge you have faced, every setback you have endured, and every lesson you have learned has been preparing you for something greater. The key is to keep moving forward, to push past doubts, and to trust that you have everything it takes to reach your highest potential. You are not defined by past failures or temporary disappointments. You are defined by your persistence, your courage, and your ability to keep believing when others give up. There will be moments when life tests you, when the path forward seems unclear, and when doubt whispers that you are not capable. But in those moments, remember that confidence is a choice. You don't have to wait for circumstances to change before you believe in yourself. You don't have to see every step ahead before you take action. The most successful people in the world didn't wait for perfect conditions. They moved forward with faith, trusting that each step would reveal the next. So walk boldly, speak with conviction, expect greatness. Keep pushing through resistance. Surround yourself with the right influences. Train your mind to see opportunities where others see limitations. And above all, never lose sight of your worth, your potential, and your ability to create the life you desire. You have everything you need. You are stronger than you realize, and as long as you keep believing, keep taking action, and keep expecting the best, life will rise to meet you. The future is yours. Go after it with confidence.